for my health, leave it on the shelf. Ain't hearing nothing else. Tonight and tonight, knowing the price, pay it off with my life, till it's out with your lights, do it all for the Christ, and he ain't playing nice, knew the end from the start, fix your face like it's art, the sons of a simp, call them Bart, yeah you did your best, played your part, but now it's time to cut you to the heart, if that's on the case, it's the strangest of the salvation, you see it, believe it, amazing. Them terrorists coming invasion since the creation. War, mine, Lord, bless the general. Greatest nation, eat them unequivocal. Bombs dropping, buddy, cause it's biblical. Start shit, now it's time to finish. Whoa. Said he won't vote, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
I can't wait for our kingdom to start and for there to be finished. Get rid of all of their idols and lying religions. Look for the crown like an Edris. Hey, this that crown talk. Wisdom of Solomon 5 talk. This that second Edris 6 and 9. We want eyes talk. It's your time to end and my time again. It's our time to win. Away with the sin. You know what it is. Rejoice with my kin. See that is why we repented. Go to streets, I can see myself in it. The city is bright, the kingdom of light. A wonderful sight past the angels, the inner light. I need 1,000 years of labor. Sit on my throne with my savior. Try to know wine, press alone. He bring pain like major. You think the nations is equal to us? TK Kirkland, who raised you? Flex on occasion, my God a racist. That's why we moving with patience. It's been a long time coming. I spent my whole life running. Now that I'm 10 toes down and established my faith on 100. Woe to the nations, my king will race them. You know they gotta be punished. Jeremiah 25. Yeah, you know they gon' fry. Whoa! Said he won't vote, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right.
We back in the house. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, Most High in Christ bless y'all.
Come on, brother.
Come on, brother.
Hit the ball.
Do that. Hey, Most High in Christ bless y'all. Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's the Nehemiah squad. We are back. All right, I was wondering where that applause was at. I was feeling naked without that. All right, so we back. All right, we're going to reintroduce ourselves. I'm Captain Zakat.
Hey, it's Officer Shim.
Yes, sir. Officer Judah.
All right. All praises. All right. You know what I'm saying? We hope y'all had a great Sabbath and a good weekend and all that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bishop Nathaniel. Shout out to Deacon Abiel down in L.A. was a nice little time.
Yeah, it's fire.
All right. Hey, listen, y'all. Throw up that thumbnail real quick. Throw up that thumbnail. All right. So tonight's class. All right. Hey, y'all. Also, don't leave this up for a second. Get next week's thumbnail because we're going to put that up in a second as well, right? And then we're going to go back to this thumbnail, all right? So this one is called Trump's Secret War, What's Really Going On in Venezuela and Nigeria, right? Because now y'all know that Trump, he's threatening Nigeria last week. He's already in Venezuela. And what is he talking about? In Venezuela, they got drug dealing going on. In Nigeria, he's talking about Christians are being killed, so now all of a sudden he's the Christianity king. All of a sudden it's all about Christianity and stopping drugs from coming in America, right? So now we don't have a guest tonight. We just going to deal with this tonight because we leading into a guest next week, right? Because this man is talking about drugs and all that, right? Throw up that next thumbnail, okay? So next week, the show is going to be called Ex-Dealer Turned Preacher. All right, tells what changed everything, and we got the pastor Jamie Torres, right? So this brother right here was a heavy drug dealer, all right, out of New York, and then went into Puerto Rico. He's an Ephraimite, and then went back up into ATL and was moving major weight and all of that. It was y'all already know most of the regular stories from people's lives and all that when they in the game. So we're gonna have him on, but we also gonna be talking about the history of drug dealing in the United States and how drugs actually came in and all of that. So this is what, hey, we could switch back now, y'all. right? And this is what Trump is banking on, that he could keep telling that same old story about the Northern Kingdom. They bringing drugs into the United States and so on and so forth, right? But we're going to get into some stuff tonight. We're going to get into it. All right, so let's just set the mood for the night. Play video number 1.
Let's get real comfortable.
Yeah. Make sure that volume is up.
Have God ever told you to let this white man rule you like he is?
Well, young man, you first must be born again. God is a
No, I
spirit.
ain't born again. I ain't got to be born again. See, I was born in a new generation. Your mother could have brainwashed you, but can't nobody brainwash me. I'm ready. It's gonna take young boys like us to win the revolution.
The white peoples realized today that they was wrong for enslaving the Negro. The great mass.
Hit pause. Okay. So look. We got some type of taskmaster coon.
Yeah.
Right. Now this back in the 60s. This is time of revolution for our people. Right. So the young man got up there and was like, "Did the white man tell you to? Did God tell you the white man? Hey, listen, I don't know what he said, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
He was
But,
like,
yeah.
you sucker fool. Ain't no white man ruling over me.
Right. So he trying to get his point across because listen, at this time, so much evil had happened to our people. Mm-hmm. It wasn't no problem as to know who was the devil. Yeah. Right? But this brother here is going to talk about, the white peoples have realized what they had done to us as a people. Come on. Go ahead. Hit play.
Like us to win the revolution.
The white peoples realized today that they was wrong for enslaving the Negro. The great mass. Let me finish. I'll wait. Why, if you so militant and so intelligent, why don't you keep your mouth shut?
I'll tell you why, Reverend Mitchell, because I'm sick and tired of you standing up there on a television camera, a black man with a white heart and a white face. Right. You're a black Anglo-Saxon. You're a disgrace to the race to stand up about a white man loving you.
Have God ever told you to
See, now listen. That man was a pastor of a Christian church. I just wanted to set it off right there, right? I want to set it off right there because this Christianity today is not what we dealing with. We Christians because we actually follow Christ as Israelites, right? Let's get there. Give me that. The Christians. Where's that term coming from? The Christians are Israelites. They're not the whole world, right? And we bringing that out. Why? Because Donald Trump has said, oh, no, he's going to protect Christianity all throughout the world. What he talking about? He ain't talking about the Christianity in the Bible. No. Go ahead.
Acts chapter 11 and verse 26. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. Mm-hmm. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people.
Right.
And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch.
Right. The disciples who are Israelites, everybody knows that, they were called Christians first in Antioch. Why? Because they followed the ways of Christ. And what was that? Keeping the laws of God. So you brothers and sisters out there who may be Christians, who's watching for the first time, or maybe somebody might send you this, right? Understand what the Christian means. Christianity today, no, that's not from the Bible. And that's why they was getting on that reverend right there, because he practicing white man Christianity. That's against God's laws. Hey, bring up video number 2. Bring up video number 2.
Ayer estuvo el diablo aquí.
Pause. Hold on. Hey, listen, Matthias, as we go along, if y'all got to pause it a little bit because I want Matthias to read along because this is Hugo Chavez, the ex-president of Venezuela, right? He passed away, but he was at the United Nations and he was getting on the United States line. All right, so right now he's speaking in Spanish, but they have the translation underneath, but we're going to have officer, you make sure you read it. Just bring it back. So what he did, he put the Catholic cross on himself because what? President Bush had just walked off. Dang. So he's speaking after President Bush, y'all. All right, go ahead.
Yes.
Ayer estuvo el diablo aquí.
Pause.
Hit pause. So I'm sorry. The day before President Bush was up there speaking, I'm sorry. He didn't just walk off right there. It was the day before. I apologize, y'all. Go ahead.
Yesterday, the devil, George W. Bush, was here.
Ayer estuvo el diablo aquí. En este mismo.
Right here, it still smells like sulfur.
Dang.
Smoking up there.
Go ahead.
Lugar huele a azufre todavía.
the podium where I am speaking.
Mesa donde me ha tocado hablar. Ayer,
Yesterday, ladies and gentlemen,
señoras, señores, desde
from this podium,
esta misma tribuna, el señor
the President of the United States, George W. Bush.
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. You could be able to. You should be able to play it, and Matthias is gonna have time to read it because it's not. He's speaking slowly. Remember, he at the UN, so he want everybody to hear. Because remember, it's nothing but translators all throughout the UN, so they have to translate what he's saying as well. All right, so go ahead, hit play.
The President of the United States, George W. Bush, the gentleman to whom I refer as the devil,
a quien yo llamo el diablo, vino aquí
came here talking as if he owned
hablando
the
como
world.
dueño del mundo. ¿Qué modelo de
What type of
democracia
democracy
ese,
do you
el que se
impose
impone a
with
punta de
Marines,
marines, de
invasions,
invasiones,
aggression,
de
and
agresiones
bombs?
y de bombas? A donde quiera que él mira,
Wherever
ve
Bush
extremistas.
looks, he sees
Estoy
extremists.
seguro
And
que
I'm
te ve
sure
a ti,
that when he
hermano, con
looks
ese
at you,
color,
my brother, with your skin color,
y cree que
he
eres un
says, I
extremista.
think there's an extremist.
Damn.
Con este color,
With skin cut,
Evo
with this
Morales,
skin
que vino
color,
ayer,
Evo
el
Morales,
digno
the honorable
presidente de la
president of Bolivia,
es un
he's
extremista.
just an extremist
No,
to
no,
him.
es que somos
No, we're
extremistas.
not extremists.
Lo que pasa es que
Is
el
that,
mundo está
is that the
despertando
whole world?
y por todos lados. La
Bring it back,
Bolivia
'cause Matthias
es un
can't read
extremista.
fast. Hey,
No, es que somos extremistas.
That good old
Tongue
Alameda
twist.
County education.
Lo que pasa es
terrible.
It's that the world, the whole world is waking up to what is happening.
que el mundo está despertando y por
And
todos
people
lados
everywhere are rising up.
insurgimos los pueblos. El señor
The president
presidente vino a
Continue to
hablarle,
say today, I
así
want
lo
to
dijo,
speak
hoy
directly
quiero hablarles directamente a las
to
poblaciones
the
del
people of the
Oriente
Middle
Medio.
East.
Mi país
My
desea la
country
paz.
wants peace.
Esto es
That's
cierto.
true.
Si nosotros nos
If
vamos por
we,
las calles
in the
del
streets
Bronx,
of the Bronx,
Go ahead.
si nosotros nos
if
vamos
we
por
walk
las
around
calles
New
de
York,
Nueva York,
Washington, San
de
Diego, and
Washington, de
California,
San Diego, de California, de cualquier
in
ciudad,
any
de
city,
San
San
Antonio,
Antonio,
de San
San Francisco, and we ask the people in the streets, the citizens of the United States,
este país quiere la
this
paz.
country wants peace.
La diferencia
The difference is that the government of the U.S. doesn't want peace.
Quiere
It
imponernos
wants
su
to
modelo
impose
de
its system
explotación
of
y de
exploitation,
saqueo y su
plunder,
hegemonía
and
a
hegemony
punta de guerra.
through war.
Quiere la paz.
It wants peace,
¿Qué
but
está
what's
pasando en
happening
Irak?
in Iraq?
¿Y qué ha pasado
What
en el
happened
Líbano
in Lebanon,
y en
in
Palestina?
Palestine?
¿Y qué ha pasado en
What's
100
happened
años,
all over
en
the
América
last 100
Latina
years in Latin America
y en el
and
mundo?
in the
Y
world?
ahora las amenazas
And now
contra Venezuela,
threats
nuevas
against
amenazas
Venezuela.
contra
Now
Venezuela,
new
nuevas
threats against
amenazas
Venezuela,
contra
new
Irán.
threats against
¿Qué le
Iran.
dirían esos
What would
pueblos
those
a él?
people of the world say to him
Si
if
esos
they were
pueblos
given
pudieran
the
hablar,
floor?
¿Qué le dirían?
What would they say?
Yo se los voy
I'm going to answer
a
on their
recoger,
behalf because I
porque
know the
conozco
soul
la
of
mayor
those
parte
people
del alma
well.
de esos pueblos, los pueblos
San
del sur,
Francisco, and
los
we
pueblos
asked the
atropellados.
people in the streets, the
Dirían,
citizens of the United States. They would say,
Imperio Yankee,
Yankee
go home.
imperialists go home.
Ese sería
They would
el
be
grito
the,
que
that would be the
brotaría
cry
por
that
todas
would erupt
partes
everywhere
si
if
los
the people
pueblos
of
del
the
mundo
world
pudieran
could
hablarle
speak
a un
with
solo,
one voice
a
to
una
the
sola voz
empire of the
al
United
imperio de los
States.
Estados Unidos.
Right. So that was when what? Our brother there, he was being forced because remember, what I'm gonna say. Remember, maybe y'all don't know, but Venezuela has some of the biggest oil deposits on the Western Hemisphere, pretty much. Right. So the United States wanted to grab all that, but he was like, "Nah, you ain't gonna do that." And he started to get refineries. He started to bring China into the fold and all of that. They got pissed. They wanted to kill him. Right. So that's what all that was dealing with. Right. So watch this, y'all. We're gonna play number 5, y'all. We're gonna get into it. Right. So that was back then. So now there's a new president of Venezuela. His name is Maduro. Right. So watch this now. They talking to Trump about whether he's going to invade Venezuela or not. It's hilarious.
No sound.
Bring it back, y'all.
I don't think so, but
You got to bring it back. You got to
Are
bring it back
we
from the
going to war against Venezuela?
I doubt it. I don't think so, but they've been treating us very badly, not only on drugs. They've dumped hundreds of thousands of people into our country that we didn't want. People from prisons, they emptied their prisons into our country. They also, if you take a look, they emptied their mental institutions and their insane asylums into the United States of America because Joe Biden was the worst president in the history of our country.
But I just want to talk about the scale of the military operation around Venezuela, because it has been described to 60 Minutes as using a blowtorch to cook an egg. Is this about stopping?
I don't think so. Look.
Is it about, let me ask you though, is it about stopping narcotics, or is this about getting rid of President Maduro?
No, this is about many things. This is a country that allowed their prisons to be emptied into our country. To me, that would be almost number one, because
We don't
have
need to
other
blow up
countries.
boats in order to do it.
Mexico has been very bad to us in terms of drugs, okay? Very bad. We have a closed border right now. You probably noticed that for 5 months in a row, they have zero, think of this, zero people coming into our country through our southern border.
On Venezuela in particular, are Maduro's days as president numbered?
I would say, yeah.
Hold up, pause. Y'all seen that? She asked him, was he going to war? He said he don't think so. Then she asked him, is President Maduro's days numbered? He said, I think so. So how that's happening?
Right.
How that's happening? We're going to find out about it, y'all. Hit play.
And this issue of potential land strikes in Venezuela, is that true?
I don't tell you that. I mean, I'm not saying it's true or untrue, but I wouldn't.
Why would
I
we
wouldn't
do
be
it?
inclined to say that I would do that, but because I don't talk to a reporter about whether or not I'm going to strike.
Are we going to war against?
Pause. Yo, get that out. Y'all could drop that. That's hilarious. He said, yeah, because I wouldn't talk to a reporter about what I'm going to do.
Right.
Obviously. Right? She got to ask the questions, but he ain't got to answer them. Yeah. Right? So this is what it is, y'all. They're saying that what is drugs, but it's not drugs. Right? It is not drugs. We're going to find this out. Hey, go to video number 12. Hey, anytime y'all ready to jump, y'all can jump in. Go to video number 12 and go to 21 minutes and 45 seconds. This brother that we about to hear, he's a Nigerian brother. They call him PLO Lumumba. This guy is excellent. If y'all ever get a chance to watch this video in its totality, do that. There was no filler. I'm talking about every second of that video, this man was saying something new. I mean, we could have just sat here and just broke down this whole video and just did that for the show. This video was so crazy. But we're going to take pieces of it just to show the understanding of what's going on in Venezuela, and then later on we're going to tie in Nigeria, all right? Go ahead. 21:45. Y'all gotta make sure the volume is up, y'all.
Doubt, see what has happened to Libya. If there was any doubt, see what happened to Syria. The irony of the world today is that there is a word that is bandied around which means, and which is called democracy. As I grow older, I'm very reluctant to use the word democracy because the version of it that we use in most of the world is one that is defined to us by Europe and America. And I think in the United States of America.
Hit pause. Y'all heard that? He said, I'm reluctant to use the word democracy because the word democracy is defined by Europe and America. That's just saying Esau. Because that's Esau's government. Right? Go ahead.
The version of it that we use in most of the world is one that is defined to us by Europe and America. And I think in the United States of America, it's Abraham Lincoln who defined it, I think in a quite a sober manner at that time, a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Understood in that sense, and even if you translated it in every language, it is innocent.
Right, hit pause, y'all. Right? He's saying that the way democracy is defined and how it's talked about, it sounds innocent. Right? A government for the people, by the people, and so on and so forth. It sounds good. Right? Go ahead. Hit play, y'all.
And for the people. Understood in that sense, and even if you translated it in every language, it is innocent. But over the years, democracy has changed its meaning to mean what America wants countries to do. What Europe wants countries to do. I prefer to use the much broader word good governance or governance. But let us settle for the sake of Venezuela to think about democracy as has been defined to them by the United States of America. Remember the United States of America in its silent and even public statements believes that the entire region in Latin America is their backyard.
Oh, hit pause, hit pause. Y'all heard that?
Yep.
He's saying that South America, Central America, what we know as Latin America, and to a degree the Caribbean, right, which we're going to see later, that America said that's our backyard. If something is your backyard, is that your property?
Yep.
Yep, that's the point. That everything is theirs. Everything is theirs. All right? Go ahead, hit play, y'all. Hey, we're going to go to 24 minutes and 35 seconds.
Silent and even public statements believes that the entire region in Latin America is their backyard. And because it is their backyard, the people and the leadership must do what they want. And if you doubted that, you can see when they are comfortable, they are comfortable. When you have leaders who are doing their bidding, and when leaders are not doing their bidding, if it is Noriega in Nicaragua, if it is Bishop in Grenada, if it is Bolsonaro in Brazil, then they love them the way. If it is Milei in Argentina, then it's fine. But when you have Hugo Chavez in Venezuela, who is saying we are going to respect what the international order says, that all nations are sovereign and are equal. We want to use our oil the way we want to use our oil without being dictated to.
Hit pause, right? So that was the basis of Hugo Chavez, right, when he was at the UN. He was saying, how are they dictating to us how we're going to use our oil when across the international charter, every country is supposed to be able to govern itself and do what they want. Mm-hmm. But because the United States is saying that's our backyard, guess what? That belongs to me. Right? Go ahead, hit play, y'all.
All nations are sovereign and are equal. We want to use our oil the way we want to use our oil without being dictated to. Then America becomes uncomfortable. Then they are saying now, in order to finish an administration which is inherited from Hugo Chavez of Maduro, what they are doing is that they are destroying America. One, they are at the center of drugs and even label Maduro as the head of the drug cartel.
Right, hit pause. Right, so now this is when the BS come in, right? So now they got to have some reason to rush up in there. Right, so now they're saying all of a sudden that the president of Venezuela is the head of a drug cartel, right? But they didn't do that in Mexico, right? Remember, they threatened with Mexico, right? Everybody knows that the cartels run the presidency and all that in Mexico. Right. And mostly all those countries that's dealing with drugs have something to do with the government, or else it would not be able to be done. Somebody's involved, right? So now they want to take this opportunity to throw it out there because most lay people don't know that the governments are dealing drugs. They don't know that. They really think it's like, oh, some cats, they're Colombian and they sending it through Mexico and then it's coming through the border. No, everybody got something to do with it. Okay? Hit play.
They are saying that of the president of Colombia. So they are saying we are going to solve the problem for you. But they are not talking about Mexico, which is a little bit bigger, and therefore they are not going to deal with in the Venezuela way. So in my view, what is happening in Venezuela and the American attitude is very deliberate. Not only at the level of the United Nations, it's coordinated. That is why the opposition leader gets the Nobel Prize, in order to raise her profile. That is how the Americans then, in a very coordinated fashion, are also saying that they are at the head of a drug cartel. That is why they are saying we are now deploying CIA into Caracas.
Right. Hit pause, y'all. Hit pause. So now the CIA, y'all hearing this? So the CIA is now inside, and it's not a secret. Trump said we sending the CIA in there. The CIA goes in there to do what? To figure some stuff out, right? Because so-called the head of the drug cartel, now they need to go in there and do what? Remove the president. That's what they're trying to do. Maduro, hit play. Hey, y'all, where we at? What time we at on the video? Huh? 25:15? Oh, damn. All right. Yo, all right, hit pause for a second. Take that. We're going right back to it, but take it down. We're going to talk a little bit, right? So, democracy. We got to get that scripture, man. Give me Maccabees. He said that Esau is the one, the Europeans and the Americans is who is defining democracy. But the Bible says the same thing. We read it many times. But we got to keep bringing these scriptures back to y'all. Remember, the scriptures say, watch and pray, right? Out of all these classes, bishops and deacons is bringing out about what's going to happen, the war that's going to take place. It has to start somewhere. Remember, the scriptures talk about the Lord is mustering the battle. This is where it's starting. You might not understand that. But all of the main key players are all involved in these skirmishes. The one that's going to be going on in Venezuela, the one that's it's already happening, and then also in Nigeria. Who else is involved in that? We're going to find out as the rest of the show goes on. Go ahead, bro.
First Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 12. But with their friends.
No, I don't want that one. I want First Maccabees chapter 1. I want that.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
Right, that all should be one people. Remember, so this is an Edomite saying, hey, let us all be one. Right, go ahead.
And every one should leave his laws.
Right.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Right. So if everybody leaves their laws or leaves their country's, let's say, constitution, right, then guess what? They all fall underneath whoever's the head, right? In this case, it'd be Venezuela saying, okay, America, we under you, right? Please, take what you want. Go ahead.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Right. Many wicked Israelites said, yeah, that's good. We're going to dash this and just go up under Antiochus and the Greeks. Go ahead.
And sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
Go ahead.
For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem.
And you know what? Let's go back to 43 again, because there's something important in there. Read that again.
Verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Right, to his religion. Because remember, as we're going to go into later, in Nigeria, they're saying what? That Christianity is being attacked. Christianity all over the world is being attacked. You hearing that? That's like a trigger thing now that a lot of different outlets are saying, right? Why? Because that's the setup. That's why the brother right here, Lumumba, was saying that it was a coordinated effort between who? The UN, the United States. That's how all of this is able to go down, right? Go ahead.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
Right, go ahead.
And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days.
And if you bring it up to the more, how can I say, more like recent history, that's how come they went in there and broke up the tribes and called it Colombia and Mexico and Venezuela. And no, you're not that tribe. You're the Venezuelans and so on and so forth in order to do this. So they get up under the religions of what? Of politics, right? So they're able to control those places, right? Go ahead.
And pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves, chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised, and make their souls abominable with all manner of unclean and profanation, to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances.
Right, so this happened way back then, during the time of the Greeks. They got everybody under one page and then started ruling. And everybody, and what do you think that, what part of the pecking order you think you're going to be in? You're not going to be able to talk to these people. When they coming in, they had to pay tribute and all of that. That's the same thing that's going on now. You got something on it? Y'all want to say something?
You niggas are crazy!
Yeah, I do want to speak on something because during that interview, Trump was trying to make it seem like it was drugs and the people being let off into the country while he want to do something to Venezuela over there.
Right.
But it's complete deceit.
Yeah.
It's complete deceit. Get me Sirach chapter 19 and start at verse 25. I want to show y'all about this man in the scriptures.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 25. There is an exquisite subtlety.
Ooh, this is some exquisite subtlety. It's some exquisite deceit. Go ahead.
And the same is unjust. And there is one that turneth aside to make judgment appear.
Come on.
And there is a wise man that justifieth in judgment.
Verse 26.
There is a wicked man that hangeth down his head, sadly, but inwardly, he is full of deceit.
Inwardly, he full of deceit. He try to make it seem like it's about something else. He try to make it seem like it's about drugs and people that's not supposed to be over here, people that's over here illegally, but it's really about the resources that they have that they not letting them get over on them with. Go ahead.
Casting down his countenance.
He try to make himself seem innocent, make it look like he's doing it for some other reason. Go ahead.
Right. Casting down his countenance and making as if he heard not.
Come on.
Where he is not known. He will do thee a mischief before thou be aware.
Bro, did you skip the rest of 26? You did.
No, that was verse 27.
Yeah, you skipped the rest of 26.
I'll read it again. Verse 26. There is a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly he is full of deceit.
But in his inward parts, in his mind, he full of deceit. He just looking for a way to get over, just like Trump doing. He looking for a way to get over. Go ahead.
Casting down his countenance and making as if he heard not.
Come on.
Where he is not known, he will do thee a mischief.
He said he is for sure gonna do some mischief. He got a ulterior motive to it. It's never what he's saying. It's never what. That's why he told the lady, man, mind your damn business. I ain't got to say nothing to you.
Right.
Because he didn't want to reveal that mischief that he really intended on doing, but throwing the blanket over it to deceive everybody.
Right. That's his move. That's
right.
His move. His move is the deceit. He first and foremost, he got the art of war. Right.
Right.
But if everybody knows, he got to keep that up. That's a tyrant thing. So after he dominate with the art of war, now it comes to a different, smoother method.
Right.
That way they don't have to do so much killing. We was watching the book of Eli the other night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what he was saying about the Bible, he said if we had that book, we wouldn't need to do some of the things that we, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to kill so much, basically, what he's saying.
Right.
So we show you Esau's moves in the Bible. Give me first Ezra, start at 5 and 70. Start at 73 to get to the point. Here goes some of his moves. Watch this.
First Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 70.
And I'll relate it to this exact situation. Watch this.
Verse 73. And by their secret plots.
Secret plots, right? Secret plans. They say one thing, but it's another. It's like what do they call that? Play action in football. Right. Anybody play sports, they know what that means. Right. We fake the run. Everybody chase the guy they think got the ball, but it's a pass play.
Right.
It's kind of what Esau does. They have secret plots. They say one thing. We're not going to war. But behind closed doors, they setting up the.
That's right.
They setting up the move.
Yeah. He said his days are numbered.
Right.
but we're not going to war.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Read on.
And by their secret plots and popular persuasion.
Popular persuasion is getting people to think of another person in a certain way, so now we can do the attack. For instance, war on drugs was popular persuasion to attack black people in the United States.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just talking about poor people. There's gang violence, so on and so forth. That's where blacks and Hispanics lives. So now they can go in, they can send the National Guard in, so on and so forth. Popular plots. What they doing in Venezuela? There's drugs and cartels there. Right. But meanwhile, they want the oil, the gold, so on and so forth.
Right.
And they want to annex that president.
Right.
So it's a popular persuasion. Let's show news media that these are bad, terrible people, and now we can go in and save the day. Read.
Right.
And by their secret plots and popular persuasions and commotions, they hindered the finishing of the building all the time that King Cyrus lived. So they were hindered from building for the space of 2 years.
Right. So that's what they did to us. And this is way back here. And they're doing the exact same move all the way up in 2025.
That exquisite subtlety, man.
Yeah, very sneaky.
That exquisite deceit. They master that. Go ahead, Cap.
Quite demonic. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because we seeing this thing play out. That's why we saying, brothers and sisters, listen, stay in this thing. You know, all y'all who's really striving in this truth, man, don't fall out. Stay in this thing because this is it right here. We're witnessing what's been talked about all this time. This is just the beginning phases. It's just the beginning. Just stay with it. All right. Hey, bring that video back. Let's hear this brother continue. Bring the video back.
Coming up,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
The head of a drug cartel. That is why they are saying we are now deploying CIA into Caracas.
Right.
We are deploying CIA on covert activities. And overt activities, what is the whole idea? We want regime change. They want somebody else to replace Maduro.
Right.
And you can see the marshalling of military arsenal in the Caribbean Sea with a view to, it's pure classical gunboat diplomacy. To tell Maduro, if you don't leave, we are going to help you out.
What in the world?
Yo, but hey, that's beautiful. He said it's classic gun butt diplomacy. If you don't want to leave, we gonna help you out.
Yeah.
Real talk.
It's
Real.
a precept.
That's the nicest way you could say it.
No, real talk. That's because that's what democracy is.
Yeah.
The strong take over the weak.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Go ahead, hit play.
Classical gunboat diplomacy. To tell Maduro, if you don't leave, we are going to help you out. And that is the kind of democracy that America plays about it. So democracy is also very nuanced. It has different meanings. It means that if you are a little country, democracy means doing what America wants you to do.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's
That
right.
is what democracy means, what Europe wants you to do.
That's right.
When they blow the whistle, you wag your tail. Then you are a Democrat.
Yep.
Then you'll begin to
Pause
get a
it.
word.
Yeah.
Pause it. Cap just read that, bro.
Right.
That they want all people to become one people. That means do like I do.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what he's saying, bro.
right.
That's
Think
crazy.
like we think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been trying it since the Greeks.
Yep.
They've been trying it since the Tower of Babel.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? That same spirit have been on this earth since then.
For
right.
a long
and,
time.
and that's when the Babylonians had it. But remember, America has patterned themselves after the
Babylon.
Babylonians
Yep.
and then the Egyptians and the Greeks. Right? So they reading all of this. Don't think Esau dumb.
Nah.
He is programmed. The Lord programmed him, but he's a very
He took the top
He's a demon.
wickedness out of
Esau
every
is the
captivity and used
yo
it.
for real.
The daughter of Babylon
Yeah.
in the Bible.
No,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that's
I'm
beautiful.
Get it and read it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Psalms 137.
Yeah, get that thing. All praises to
Let's
the Lord.
go.
The book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 4.
Come on.
How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning.
Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom.
Whites, Europeans, red people, right? Remember the children of Edom. Read.
In the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Raise it, R-A-S-E, not raise. R-A-S-E means destroy it. Destroy it all the way down to the foundation. Read.
O daughter of Babylon.
What the Bible call Esau?
O daughter of
The
Babylon.
Bible calls the white man, the European, right? The one that's running this democracy, he calls them the daughter of Babylon.
Right.
And it just so happened they run in the exact same play
The exact play.
that Babylonians had.
That's
Yep.
right.
That's why God called them that.
Yeah.
Keep reading. This is good too.
Who art to be destroyed.
Who ought
yeah.
to be negotiated with?
Who art to be destroyed.
Who ought to be voted against?
Who art to be destroyed.
God said he got to be destroyed. It's
Right.
no other way. We sit there trying to march and listening to all these policies and all that.
Yeah.
It's only one way according to God.
Yeah. Get him up out of here, man. That's what's gonna happen. But this is the beginning stages, y'all. Go ahead, hit play.
It means that if you are a little country, democracy means doing what America wants you to do. That is what democracy means, what Europe wants you to do. When they blow the whistle, you wag your tail. Then you are a Democrat. Then you'll begin to get awards. Then you'll be invited to the Oval Office and possibly be made to sit and appear to sign. Then you'll have a press conference with the President of the United States of America. You'll be interviewed by Fox. Then you become a hero.
He said, "Here, pause, y'all. Where we at? What time we at? What's the timestamp? 26:35. All right, let's stop there. All right, we're going to come back. When we come back to that video, get it at 26 minutes and 45 seconds. All right, now, Matthias, bring it to where you was going to bring it to before in Maccabees, right? Because they talking about the regime change. That's what they talking about. That the United States, if you're not wagging your tail, then they don't have no use for you.
Yep.
Because think about it. And this is good, right? Because Trump talking about Christianity. They believe in God, but they believe in gold, oil, and drugs.
That's it.
That's what it is. And those things are not, they're found here in America. You got drugs, you got a little gold, you got a little oil, but not like Nigeria.
Not the other places.
Not like Venezuela. You ain't got it like that. So they have to have and we won't get into it, y'all. Y'all gonna see. They have to have their hands on everything. There's a war going on. It's a different war that's being fought now. It's always been this way, but now it's getting ramped up, right? But we gonna get into it, but read that, please, bro.
First Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 12. But with their friends and such as relied upon them, they kept amity, and that they had conquered kingdoms both far and nigh, in so much as all that heard of their name were afraid of them.
Right. All that heard that the United States is afraid of them. That's why when the United States say, yo, listen, we coming through. When we come through, we coming through.
Yes.
Right? So that's people say, oh, man, we don't want that. Yo, what they want? Give them some gold, give them some oil, give them some. Y'all gonna see that Maduro, before the United States came in, he said to them, yo, I'm gonna give you some gold some oil profits. He even gave that up. Like, damn, listen, people do whatever they gotta do to save their people. You understand what I'm saying? If y'all was the president of Venezuela, you do the same thing.
Right.
You do whatever you have to do to save your family. Somebody put pressure on your family, you're going to be like, all right, I'll give you whatever you want. Leave my family alive. That's what he's doing for the people of Venezuela. He knows the wickedness of the United States. So guess what happened when he offered Trump the oil profits?
He wanted it all.
Trump said, no. No, nigga, I think I'll take everything.
I think I'll take it all.
Yeah.
But that's their attributes. They want everything, bro.
They want it all. Read on, bro.
Verse 13. Also, that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign.
Right. When they help those particular people to a kingdom, those are the ones that would reign. Go ahead.
And whom again they displace.
Right. Whom they displace. Same thing with this brother right here. That's Maduro. They getting him up out of there. They going by all means. They got warships down there in Venezuela. Tiny ass Venezuela.
Right.
You can't make this up.
Right.
They got ships. They got troops. They going hard. Go ahead.
Finally, that they were greatly exalted.
Go ahead. That's all we need. That's all we want there. Right? That what we're seeing today, y'all, is the same playbook from before. This is Esau. This is how he gets down.
Yep.
It's never changed, and it's never going to change until what? Like the scripture said in Psalms 137, you will be destroyed. You know what I mean? Hey, go back to that video. Y'all got it where I wanted at? 26 minutes and 45? All right, go ahead.
A power such as the United States of America very undiplomatically saying, one, that we have operationalized CIA within Venezuela. We have moved our military assets in the Caribbean Sea. Without being paranoid, what is being projected and telegraphed is that we are ready to put boots on the ground.
Right. Hit pause.
And the reason...
Right. So what he's saying is, instead of, nobody has to really be paranoid or whatever, clearly what's happening is that they're setting up to put boots on the ground. That's why you got the warships and everything over there. Venezuela can't battle that. So how you going to remove that president? You have to have people on the inside, right? Go ahead, hit play.
Is being projected and telegraphed is that we are ready to put boots on the ground.
Yeah.
And the reason why we actually were allowing the CIA to operate is to tell us where to hit.
Damn.
Crazy.
So that before we get boots on the ground, we soften the ground.
Damn.
And it is very easy in a country that is divided to create an environment where the leader runs away. Because once you create an environment that makes it unsafe for Maduro and the people around him to feel uncomfortable, then they run away. And when they run away, then there is a vacuum. And once there is a vacuum, then America can fill it with whoever you want. Remember, at one time, there was...
That's what the scripture just said. Whom they would help to reign, help to the seat, they would reign. But who they would displace, they displace. So what he's saying is once they pull that man out, he runs off, it creates a vacuum, a lot of confusion. Then all of a sudden, the savior comes out of nowhere. I'm going to run the country, but it's United States. Right. They put the guy there, right? Go ahead. Hey, what's the timestamp, y'all? We're going to go to 28. All right, we good here. All right, so let's drop that. All right. Go ahead. You have something, bro?
Yeah, they'll put their boy there that the less agreeable Venezuelan president, he's displaced. Right. But his boy, who's completely agreeable with him, that's going to do everything he said, he's going to put him right there. Now he got him in pocket.
Yeah,
right.
You know?
Right.
They're going to put the domesticated man there.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Person that sit down when he sit down, jump when he jump.
Right.
All because he offered him a grape and he wanted the whole vine.
Right. Right. Real talk. No,
crazy.
real talk. Hey, you going to bring something up? All right, cool. Hey, bring that video back up. This video is crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, I get a chance, y'all find it and watch the whole thing. It's like it's not even a second in there where he ain't saying something that makes sense or is poignant, right? Hey, bring up at minute 31. All right, minute 31. All right. 31 minutes. Because we got to understand what the hell is going on here, man. It's never what it seems. Whatever they put in the media, it's a lie. You got to go to all of these type of back channels. Just imagine back in the 70s, 80s, even parts of the 90s, really, and early 2000s, you couldn't get this kind of information. You know what I'm saying? With these kind of guys. Yeah, 31 minutes, yeah. What they thought I said? 31 flavors?
Man.
Yeah, all of a sudden they talking about Baskin Robbins. I said 31 minutes, bro.
Yo.
What's going on? These guys like to eat.
Got to stay in the green, brothers.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? Y'all got that?
Twins. But the reality is that these cartels are to be found in Mexico, the Escobars of this world, the bigger people in Colombia, in Mexico, in Venezuela, as we know.
Right, hit pause.
The reality is...
Hit pause, y'all. Right. So what he's saying is that when you want to look for the cartels, everybody know where the cartels is at.
Right.
Colombia, Mexico, right? And Venezuela, of course, there's drug dealing there. Of course, there's drug dealing everywhere, right? That's just what it is. So to say that there's no hey, y'all all right in there? To say that there's no drug dealing or no drugs going through Venezuela, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Right? Because drugs is getting taken from Venezuela. They take it into Trinidad, was a big hub, right? Trinidad is right off of the coast, right? A lot of stuff was getting taken into different islands. Everybody knows that. That's part of the game. So it's not like it's only in Venezuela. It's the whole damn thing. The whole damn world is selling drugs. That's where the big money's coming in at. But I just wanted his point is, y'all know where the cartels is at. You ain't got to storm no country for that. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
The bigger people in Colombia, in Mexico, in Venezuela, as we know. And the reality is that Venezuela is a soft target. Mm-hmm. Is a soft target because we now know beyond peradventure that some of the people whose boats have been struck are fisher people.
Stop.
They are not drug dealers.
He said, we know beyond peradventure. This guy speaks beautifully, man. He said, this ain't no maybe. This ain't what we thinking.
Right.
Right? That they striking fisher boats and all that. Meaning that they just shooting at anything when you already know where these people are at. If you really want to stop the cartels, he's saying, then go to their house. They live right there.
Yep.
Is that hard for the United States to get to any of the big? They just arrested the big man out of Mexico the other day, El Mayo. They let that man run drugs for like 30 years until they was ready for him.
Yep.
So they ain't trying to stop nothing.
Until he didn't do what they wanted him to do.
Exactly. You know what the man said? They had him. He said, running these cartels is very expensive. That's what El Mayo said. He said, I had to pay off the whole government every month.
He brought it out.
Yeah. That's millions. You think he just paying them what? Giving them a couple $1,000s cash? Man, listen, hit play.
Is a soft target because we now know beyond peradventure that some of the people whose boats have been struck are fisher people. They are not drug dealers. And that this extrajudicial killing is without basis. What one would do in ordinary circumstances, given the Americans' dominance on the sea, is to arrest these individuals. You arrest them and bring them to the United States of America for purpose of being tried. But in the case of Venezuela, I think a number of things are designed to be achieved. That you have Maduro here, who is a leftist, and is seen not to be playing ball with the United States of America. You have Lula in Brazil, who is at the heart of BRICS, which is trying to impact negatively the dollar and American economic hegemony.
There we go. Hit pause. Okay. Now, you see, he talked about Latin America. Brazil is part of BRICS. Brazil has put the B in BRICS. You know what I mean? This is going to now do what? It's going to take us into the Nigerian situation. Remember, BRICS is trying to break up the power of the dollar.
Right.
They're trying to get new trade agreements, right? So instead of, and we might touch a little bit later, so instead of taking resources and selling it for U.S. dollars, they might just trade resources, right? So imagine you got oil. I might say, all right, I got some uranium. Let me give you uranium. You give me X amount of oil, something like that. Yeah. Different ways of handling it. So you don't have to involve the U.S. dollar. When that happens, that's when the United States start to get frustrated, right? Because they start to come down on the pecking order, and we already know the United States not going to have that.
Right.
But the BRICS is important because we're going to get into that a little bit later. But go ahead, y'all.
Bill, who is at the heart of BRICS, which is trying to impact negatively the dollar and American economic hegemony. So how do we start? By sending a clear message to everybody in Latin America. If you don't play ball, we are going to deal with you with the way we dealt with Venezuela. And remember, the oil deposits in Venezuela and the geographical location in Venezuela is also very important from a geostrategic standpoint. Therefore, America would want to see some kind of lapdog, some kind of poodle of leadership in Venezuela to have comfort that that area and by extension the Caribbean is under their control.
Right. We good on that. Yep. Are we at 33 minutes already? All right, we good. Y'all can drop that for now, right? So now he's going into the oil of it. First it was drugs, then regime change, and now look, the oil. He said geostrategic, right? Because now they get control of the oil. That's money. Remember, America got its own oil.
Yeah.
America has its own oil deposits, right? In the Gulf, in the Pacific, right? Here in California, they drilling all over the damn place, right? But what? No, more. We want more.
Yeah, they want Red's money.
Yeah, for real.
Red's money.
Right. They want it all, right? So watch this, y'all. Hit video number 3. Because maybe a lot of y'all didn't know how heavy it was, that oil in Venezuela. It's a heavy thing, right? The power, the oil.
The U.S.-Venezuela war isn't about drug cartels, it's about oil.
Damn.
In 1922, Venezuela struck black gold, discovering massive oil reserves, more than Saudi Arabia and Iran combined.
Stop. You heard that, y'all? More than Saudi Arabia and, what is the other one? Iran combined.
Yep.
Hey, yo. Right? So now look, United States is doing a lot of business with the oil over there, but why? Because they want it. Remember, back then they probably thought the oil was going to end at some point, right? But they knew this stuff was here all along, so they figuring, oh, we're going to deplete them, and then we're going to have the power, right? Who knows what the hell was in their mind, right? But go ahead.
Within decades, it became one of the richest countries in Latin America. But here's the catch. The United States controlled much of that oil. Then in 1999, Hugo Chavez became president. He nationalized the oil, kicked out U.S. companies and built alliances with Russia, China, and Iran.
Okay, stop right there. Look at the players, y'all.
Yeah.
Look at the players. The Lord is setting it up sweet.
Hey, yo.
Right? He's setting it up sweet. These are the major players in the scriptures. China, Russia, Iran. Why would Venezuela choose to do business with them? Because this is what it is. It's a script. If you notice, y'all, when they speak, they always talk about the theater. When they talk about the war, they be like, the theater is, let's say, Nigeria. They'll be like, that's the theater. That's what they call it. The theater of war means that's actually where the battle is taking place at. They understand what's going on, y'all. They understand that this is already written. It's already written. It's the theater. And they got actors. You know how they always say that? Well, we had some bad actors.
Yeah.
We got some actors. It's playing out. The theater is. Don't think they're picking these words for no reason. These words are being used for a reason. The script is already written, y'all. Y'all seeing it. This is it. The proxy wars are being fought right now. So before United States and gets into it with the whole Europe, which is eventually going to happen, it starts small. Proxy war here, Nigeria, Ukraine, and Russia. That's United States versus Russia. I hope y'all know that. But it's being played out in a small way. All right, hit play.
1999, Hugo Chavez became president. He nationalized the oil, kicked out U.S. companies, and built alliances with Russia, China, and Iran. Washington saw this as a direct threat. The U.S. hit back hard with sanctions, economic blockades, and backing opposition leaders.
That sounds like
In
Revelation.
2020, the U.S. accused Maduro of working with drug cartels to traffic fentanyl-laced cocaine into America, fueling a deadly drug crisis. But beneath the surface, this isn't just about drugs. Venezuela holds the largest proven oil reserves on Earth. Whoever controls it controls global energy. So here's the real question. Is this a war on drugs or the opening moves of a war for oil? What if I...
That's it, y'all. Right? So this is what we're looking at, right? The takeover. Resources.
This is war!
This is resources. Right? This is what it is, y'all. This is what we're looking at, right? Remember, hey, get that thing in Obadiah again, right? Because again, they have a lot, but they want more and more.
They want it all. Brand new socks and drawers.
Obadiah, verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they have not stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Right. We listen, these scriptures, we got to keep going over them. Would they not leave something behind? No.
Hell no.
No. Esau wants everything. They need to have the power. It's more than money, y'all. It's more than that. It's just the power over all peoples. That's what they want.
Yep.
Go ahead.
How are the things of Esau searched out?
Right.
How are his hidden things sought up?
Right. How are his hidden things sought up? That's what's happening now. Everything being brought out. Go ahead.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Right. We good. All right. Y'all got something? Y'all bring it out.
Man, all day, man. We got Habakkuk 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
Habakkuk 2 in verse, we start at 4 and read it. Because he's explaining Esau to the T. He's explaining the whole thing we're seeing from the beginning of the class to now. So watch this.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4.
Come on.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Lifted up mean prideful, right? And the rotten core of his soul is just, it's not right in the first place. Read.
But the just shall live by his faith.
Right.
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine.
Lies, smooth words. What did we read earlier? Popular persuasions.
Yep.
Ulterior motives. Read.
He is a proud man.
He think he gonna run forever. He think but he's got a small bit of time. Read.
Neither keepeth at home.
He don't stay in America. He like to be in Venezuela. He like to be in Iran. He like to be everywhere. He's all over the place. Read.
All in the best places.
Right. Where the oil's at, where the gold's at, where the diamonds is at.
Right.
Read on.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Read on.
And is as death.
Read on.
And cannot be satisfied.
He cannot, will not stop. He cannot be satisfied. Read on.
But gathereth unto him all nations.
Democratic. He's a democratic nation. All nations leave their God and become under us. Read.
And heapeth unto him all people.
Long as you leave your God and your laws and come under one nation under God, which he says is him. One nation, everybody is one nation under him. Read on.
Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Destruction to this nation that take the oil that don't belong to him, that take the diamonds that don't belong to him, that take the land that don't belong to him. This is why all the nations, this is where the fight begins. We're reading it. Read.
And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, shall they not rise up suddenly?
All of a sudden, these little proxy wars are going to build alliances. And all of a sudden, boom, they allies are going to start attacking them. Read on.
That shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them.
They're gonna be as spoils to the other nations. Read on.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Why? Because they robbed many nations.
Right.
They robbed many nations. Read on.
All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Now it's time for all the other nations to get together and spoil them.
That's right.
Right. No longer to rely on your dollar. We dealing with oil and trade now. Things with real value. Your paper don't matter no more.
Oh, there you go. You hit that hard. That's exactly correct.
Yep.
See, that's heavy. That was brought out right there, family. Because what happens is that because the United States has power over everybody's resources, they set the bar on what the value of the money is.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So here it is. You got a place like the continent of Africa with everything on earth plus more. The things they got over there, trust me, y'all, we ain't never even understood them. When you look in the book of Ezekiel 28, it talks about the burning stones and all that kind of stuff, right? It sounds like that. They literally have things over there like that. All right, there's a lot of different things in terms of minerals and stones and things that we didn't never understood or seen, right? And guess what? They're taking all of that. Hey, but that's them though. That's the gift that was given them. Get Genesis 27 real quick. Genesis 27 and start at 39. That's what the Lord said. That's how come when we tell you that the so-called white man is Esau, we can say that strongly because that's who they are. The same thing we say we the Israelites, we know that through the scriptures. We know that they Esau based on these scriptures here. Not just this, but all the other ones as well. But listen to this, y'all. Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 27 and verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above.
Right, because they're going to take all of those places, right? The fatness, all of the best places they're going to have. How did they get it? Read on.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
Right, that's Esau. By thy sword shalt thou live. How you think they got control of all of this? By the sword.
Right.
They're using it now to do what? Grab the oil, have massive control over that oil. Go ahead.
And shall serve thy brother.
And
it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Right. That's when Esau came back after what? In the time of the Renaissance. Right. He broke the yoke off our neck. We had the yoke on him because we was running things, and now what? He took over. This is what we're looking at. All right. So now go to video number 15. Bring up number 15 and go to 25 minutes. Remember, that's 25 minutes, y'all, on number 15. Remember, they talked about having that Venezuela got down with Russia, right? And they're doing business with them. So what do you think Russia's doing when America said they're going to rush Venezuela and take the oil? You think Russia going to say, oh, damn, all right, we got to step out of this? Right. Yeah. It's getting crazy now. Let's get out of here. Go ahead.
Across the world, designing is not just about beauty, it's about functionality.
Pause. Bring that back just a little. All right, just hit play and then hit pause when I tell you.
It's about functionality.
Pause. All right. So it says Russia moves Wagner to Venezuela. They call it Wagner, right? But what is Wagner? Wagner is a fighting group. It's their black ops. So it's not the Russian army per se, but that's their black ops group. They moved them to Venezuela. All right, so hit play.
Our next story is about a plane A Russian I-176 transport plane. It is a type of military transport aircraft. On Sunday, it landed in Caracas, the capital of Venezuela. And it was not an easy journey. The plane took 2 days to reach Venezuela from Russia, 2 whole days. And the path it took was also a long detour.
Watch this, y'all.
Look at the countries it flew over. Armenia, Algeria,
Pause,
Morocco.
pause. So look at the route, right? Why would a plane do that? Right? The fastest way to any place is a straight line, right?
Right.
But they didn't do that. They went to Armenia, went through Armenia. I don't know if they actually stopped, but they went through Armenia, Algeria, Morocco. They probably were stopping because they said it took 2 days, right? Armenia, Algeria, Morocco, Mauritania, Senegal, and then boom. And then over, right? Go ahead, hit play.
Senegal, Mauritania, and then to Latin America. Do you notice something? No Western country is on the list. The
You heard
plane
that?
did not.
Pause. No Western country, meaning no American allies, did they fly over.
They went right around them.
Right, went right around them, right? Go ahead.
Cross any Western airspace. Now you may wonder why this is so special, why are we suddenly talking about this random plane and its route? Well, here are some facts. This sort of an aircraft is usually used to move equipment or personnel. It is linked to the Russian military and also the Wagner Group. That's the Russian mercenary group Wagner. It is operated by Aviacon Zito Trans. It has been sanctioned for transporting military cargo to conflict zones. Now, this sort of a plane can transport 200 people or up to 50 tons of cargo. And it has done so in the past. Moscow has used it to deliver arms and mercenaries to various countries. So what was this plane doing in Venezuela?
Hit pause. We know what it's doing in Venezuela. It's delivering arms and troops.
Yeah.
Yeah. They about to get busy. Go ahead.
Crazy.
Was it moving Wagner mercenaries to this country? As you may know, Russia's presence in Venezuela is not new. It has been built over years. There are multi-billion-dollar sales in arms, joint ventures in oil and mining, and intelligence cooperation. In May this year, the two sides, Russia and Venezuela, signed a strategic partnership treaty. It elevates ties to a new level. The treaty covers energy, mining, trade, and investment. And then there's Wagner, or its latest reincarnation, the Russian Africa Corps.
Whoa. So they changed their name to Russia African Corps. Why would they do that? Hey, bring up number 16. Let's read that real quick. Family, listen, there's a lot going on out here.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on out here. So now Russia's so deep in Africa, now they got a new crew. The Russian Africa Corps, or Corps, or Corps, not corpse like a dead body, but Corps, right? Like Marine Corps, that's what it is, CORPS, right? Pull that up. Read that.
Africa Corps, Russia. The Africa Corps is a Russian paramilitary group controlled and managed by the Russian government to support Russian political influence and Russia-aligned governments in Africa.
Right. Russian-aligned governments in Africa, meaning what? The people who they doing business with, right? They have to put some troops there to protect their investment. So when the United States feel like they want to come in there and do something, this is who they facing. Go ahead.
The Corps largely took over the operations of Wagner Group private military company, PMC, in Africa by subsuming and rebranding its structures.
Right. So basically it's the same team, but they just gave them a new logo and a new name. All right, we good on that, y'all. We good on that. Bring back the video. Hope y'all ain't drop it all the way.
Treaty covers energy, mining, trade, and investment. And then there's Wagner, or its latest reincarnation, the Russian Africa Corps. That's what they call it now. Reports say this group is present in Venezuela. The question is, what are they doing there? They're there as Russian private military contractors supporting Venezuelan forces. Some Wagner advisors are helping with protests. Some reports even say that Russian operatives form a part of President Maduro's security ring, his inner security ring.
Wow.
And look at the timing of all of this.
Hit pause, y'all.
Russian
Hit
operatives
pause. So they saying that group is actually Maduro's private security. They going with him everywhere, putting him in the vehicles, running them around and all of that. Why? Because they used to that. That's what they've been doing. Even though the army in Venezuela, they train to fight, but they don't know that type of battle.
Yeah.
This is something separate. This is something different. Right? Go ahead.
Operatives form a part of President Maduro's security ring, his inner security ring. And look at the timing of all of this. Russian operatives in Venezuela at a time when tensions with the U.S. are rising. Washington has been targeting Caracas. In the last 2 months, U.S. strikes have killed at least 60 people, 60. The U.S. says it was going after drug smuggling boats and that these vessels were carrying drugs. But Caracas says this is not counter-narcotics. This is war. And the objective is regime change in Venezuela. Meanwhile, the U.S. military buildup continues. Warships, bombers, fighter jets, drones, marines. The US's Gerald R. Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, now sits in the Caribbean. Reports say new targets inside Venezuela have also been mapped, including ports, airstrips, and naval bases linked to drug routes. Now, it's no secret that Washington wants President Nicolas Maduro gone. American officials call Venezuela, and I'm quoting, a narco state, acting as a cocaine transit hub.
Right.
President Donald Trump was asked about it in a recent interview. He says he does not want war with Venezuela, but Nicolas Maduro's days are numbered.
We good on that.
I
we
wouldn't
good.
be inclined.
We good because they're going to quote the video that we saw when he said, I ain't got to tell you, you a reporter, right? But this is what it is, y'all. This is what it is. Y'all got something?
Yeah, they just, but they show us here in America, Cardi B, Drewski,
right,
P. Diddy's trial,
right,
all this stuff. But this is what's going on in real world news.
Right.
You know, the Bible's being fulfilled right in front of our eyes, man.
Right.
Crazy.
Right. What are the strongest? Okay, hold on. Go ahead, y'all. Y'all
Let me get Daniel 8. Let me get Daniel 8:23. Because like we read in Genesis 27, they had the power of war, and they've done that. When we read First Maccabees 1, King Antiochus, he took over the whole world, and the world was quiet before him, meaning he destroyed many people with war.
Right.
And then after that war, in order to not continue to be so barbaric, even though that's his nature, he don't have to do that no more. It's more strenuous to do. Right. Now he issues the second phase of the warfare. We was watching, I watched last night, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh, yeah.
And they was on the board. He said, war is conflict with bloodshed. And then they said politics is conflict or is war without bloodshed. It's the same thing.
Right.
So now we moving into politics. We don't have to do the bloodshed part, right?
Right.
So read what you got.
Duck, it's a precept.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full.
So after they done all the killing, the murdering, in the latter times, read.
Are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
You got the Edomite kingdom on top, right? Read on.
And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power.
Because God gave him the power. The heart of the king is in the Lord's hand, right? So read on.
And he shall destroy wonderfully.
He gonna destroy a lot of people with war. Read.
And shall prosper. And practice.
Yep.
And shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
And remember, we are the main target. We the main target, but we all the way destroyed now. We all the way, we can't. But when we start to lift up, we attack each other. It's like, no way we going to win this. So now they starting to mess with the other nations. Right? Read on.
And through his policy.
Now, no more war with the sword and the gun. Right now, it's the war without the bloodshed called policy. Read.
Also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
That craft, that crafty counsel, that misdirection.
Yep.
That play action.
Yep.
You know, now that stuff is coming into play. Read.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
One nation under God. He's the God. All nations come under me. Read.
Right.
And by peace shall destroy many.
And now by peace, we come in peace. We shake hands. We shake hands and stab in the back now. You know what I'm saying? We say we're gonna take the cartels out of your country, but they're really there to just take the oil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, remove the president.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Read on.
And he shall also stand up against the prince of princes. But he shall be broken without hand.
Got to be destroyed. God's got to do it. The Lord's got to do it.
Gotta go. Hey, play number 6. All right, bring up 6 and play that. Then now we making a swing right now. Go ahead.
If the Nigerian government continues to allow
Hey, bring it back.
if the Nigerian
Turn that volume
government
up, yo.
continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria. We're going to do things to Nigeria that Nigeria is not going to be happy about and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns are blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible, horrible atrocities. I'm hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians. If the Nigerian...
Hold on, that's it, y'all. My man said fast, what? Vicious and sweet.
Yeah, he said the guns will be blazing.
Yeah, this man is a wild man, bro. This man is sick. Fast, vicious, and sweet. Hey, bring back up video number 12 with our brother, man, Lumumba. This guy something else. Let's go to let me see. Go to all right, play the beginning. Actually, play the beginning. It's something in there I want. Just let that video start from the beginning, and then we're gonna jump to 8 minutes and 15 seconds. But go ahead. Volume, brothers, volume.
Nigeria cannot protect Christians. We are going to move in viciously, and we are going to do so to protect Christians. And I think Trump is being advised that the Nigerian government is working softly on this issue because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Muslim.
So he's saying that Trump is being advised wrong, he thinks, because the president of Nigeria is Muslim. Saying that maybe he's not working on it because he's Muslim and he's down with Boko Haram, which is Muslim, right? But we're going to get into all that in a second. Go ahead, hit play.
That the Nigerian government is working softly on this issue because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Muslim, because Vice President Shetima is also a Muslim, and that if it were different, they would behave differently. But from where I sit, that is not necessarily the case.
Right. Hey, go to 8 minutes and 15 seconds, y'all. 8 minutes, 15 seconds. Right? Because he knows those people personally. So he's saying from where I'm sitting at, that's the case. So what he's telling you is that this is BS, what you're hearing. All right? That's really what he's saying. All right, go ahead, y'all.
And these are individuals who are known to me.
All right, hit pause for a second. Hit pause for a second. Now, what's going on in Nigeria, you have a group that's known as the Boko Haram, right? They're a Muslim group that they want to bring back Sharia law. They want to have it like back in the days, right? When Muhammad first, chopping off heads and going real hardcore. When they started, right, the guy who was over the Boko Haram, right, I forgot his name, he passed away. He got imprisoned and he died in prison, right? When that happened, another guy stepped up and he started saying, hey, what is the point of us getting all this Western education when there's no jobs here in Nigeria for us to have? What's the point, right? So that took on a life of its own. So what the brother was explaining was in Nigeria, the northern part of Nigeria is mainly Muslims. The southern part of Nigeria is mainly Christians, and then you have a bunch of other religions and belief systems, right? So in that country of Nigeria, you have like 48% of them are Muslims, 46 of them, 46% is like Christian. It's very close, right? And then the rest is some others, right? So just going back to Boko Haram, so now once the second leader came in, they started to have a fracture of the entire group. And they started to have different groups, a bunch of different groups. One of those groups, the main group that's known today, they got with Al-Qaeda, all right? That's when all of that terrorism started, meaning they started killing so-called Christians and But you're gonna find out they were killing Muslims as well.
Right.
Right? They was just doing some killing because they want everything to go back to the way so-called it was back when the Muhammad was around. Okay? So I just want to give y'all that backstory before we hit play. So hit play, y'all.
View is that you are dealing with an organization.
I'm sorry. Also, not only is this going on in Nigeria, but it's also going on in Chad, in Niger, what they call Niger now, and also Cameroon. So the Boko Haram is not just only in Nigeria; it's across the board. They're making moves throughout, and it's not just one group where you could go and just say, "Oh, there they are." It ain't like that. He gonna explain. Go ahead, hit play.
From where I sit, that is not necessarily the case, and these are individuals who are known to me. My own view is that you are dealing with an organization which is out of control, which is engaged in unconventional warfare, and is not going to be easy to defeat them because they are not your regular army wearing army uniform. They are not arranged and organized in battalions and brigades. They could be somebody who is walking in the street and propagating their agenda. They hit when you don't expect, and they hit what you don't expect. Even when you say you are going to bomb them, who are you going to bomb? Where?
Right.
In which location are they crowded that you'll bomb them and finish them? These are the questions must be called into question. And you can see and hear the reaction of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and by extension the Nigerian government. They reacted by saying they welcome the United States of America to help them fight Boko Haram.
Right, hit pause.
That is the...
Right. So he's saying that once Trump said that, the Nigerian government was like, okay, yeah, we welcome y'all to come and help. That don't mean you come in and start going crazy because you don't even know what you're looking for. There's no group. They don't have an army per se, right? They have ideas. It's an ideological type of thing. So they gonna be within walking the street, like he said, walking the streets. They whatever, right? That's his point. Hey, where we at there? What's the timestamp? All right, play a little more.
They reacted by saying they welcome the United States of America to help them fight Boko Haram. That is the situation as it is. What is happening diplomatically, we may not know.
Right.
But you've seen a world where there is a new hegemon who believes they are going to fight for Christianity anywhere and everywhere.
Right. Hit pause. Right. A new hegemony. Right. He's talking about the United States. Right. Having that exact. Hey, pull up the word hegemony. That's HEGEMONY. All right. We're going back to this video, so y'all make sure y'all don't lose the space. Right. But I want to make sure. Yeah, we got to tell them. Yeah, they mess around, take their finger out. We missed the precept. They go drop the book. Hey, keep that. Right. Because we got to show y'all what the word hegemony is. The second time it's being mentioned tonight. I want to make sure that when y'all hear these words, y'all know exactly what's being said. All right, go ahead. Bring it up.
Hegemony. Hegemony is the dominance of one group over others.
Right.
Often maintained through social, cultural, or ideological control rather than force.
This is what we went through earlier about policy.
Yep.
Right? So this is a new word for that, right? Hegemony. Right? Because once they set it up and the policy's in place and your mind, you see, it's all about the mind. And that's where United States and the whole white supremacist culture is good at. Once they set it up in your mind, you're going to do exactly what you're supposed to do. Right? That's what it said in the Willie Lynch papers, right? After we got beat into submission, they all they had to do was hands off now. Yeah. It was hands free. Yeah. That was the first hands free. Everything else, we started moving just like a robot after that. All right, go back to that video. We're going to go to 40 seconds, 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Go ahead.
That is the situation as it is now. You know, when we talk about Nigeria and we talk about the pronouncement of President Trump, many things come to mind. Number one, why is Trump saying what is he's saying? Is he saying it for Christian domestic consumption? Is he the latter-day defender of Christianity?
Right.
And what I'm saying is a matter of speculation, and I think he's addressing many audiences. Remember, he rode on the crest of evangelical Christians to become the president for what is now called Trump 2.
Right, hit pause.
And he's
right, so he's saying that Trump was bringing that up during his run. Christianity. Oh, I think people need God. Remember, he was talking crazy. We know Trump don't believe in God. Come on. Trump is crazy. Remember when all them pastors and all that came to the Oval Office and had their hands on him? And they were all praying and singing and looking stupid in the head and face.
Right.
And he was sitting there with his eyes closed. I know he was like, oh my God, to get these niggas out of here.
Like, please, let's hurry up and let this be over with.
Get it going. Yeah, listen, I'm not Joe Biden. I'd rather hear Jay-Z rap right now. I don't want to hear you guys with your stupid songs. Right. Go ahead, hit play, y'all.
Telling them in this day and age when Christianity is on the decline and Islam is on the ascendance, I am the leader of what can be described as Christianity. And when Christianity is addressed anywhere in the world or is threatened anywhere in the world, I'll be that leader in the world who will come out and defend Christianity. That is to the American audience.
Right.
To the Nigerian audience, he's also saying, oh, you cannot be protected by your administration. I'm the leader of the free world.
Pause.
This free world, which was created,
pause, y'all.
The only one that...
Right. Are y'all hearing that? He's saying that with Trump making that kind of statement, he's speaking to a few different audiences. Remember we brought up about the theater.
Right.
The theater, the audience, the actors. He said he's speaking to a few different audiences with just that one statement. To the United States and in Europe and all East, it's, oh, I'm going to save Christians. He said, but it's in a Nigerian audience, right? That's where we at now. Go ahead, hit play.
That you can rely on is the United States of America.
Right.
This United States of America, which is great. This United States of America that has military prowess. This United States of America, which is an economic giant, the only one that you can rely on. So these messages are, in my view, coded, addressing different audiences and lending themselves to different interpretations. And when you do that, then you confuse your enemy. And you become mysterious to your enemies, real and perceived. And in the Nigerian situation, I think that is exactly what he's doing. And remember...
Hit pause. That's heavy, right? He's saying you become confusing because there's other parties involved, right? And they're kind of picking up on what you're talking about. They're like, wait a minute. He ain't talking about no Christians. He might be talking about coming to get us, right? This is what's going on. Go ahead. Hey, where we at on there? Before y'all hit play, where we at? Hold on. Let me make sure I ain't going too far. 13 and what? 1343. All right, go ahead.
That President Trump has deliberately renamed the Department of Defense as the Department of War.
Oh, man.
So it's very clear that you've got to wage war, however you describe it, for purposes of telling the world, if you don't play ball, we are going to crush you.
That's it.
And see his use of language is going to be swift, nasty, and sweet. I mean, that is a contradiction in terms, but he uses language in that way.
Right.
What we're saying is very interesting, and it can be defined by this age-old saying that one man's or one person's freedom fighter is another's terrorist.
Right. Hit pause. One person's freedom fighter is another terrorist, right? So here it is. You got a lot of countries now, Nigeria, and we're going to show this later. A lot of countries are now in Africa are trying to do for themselves now, right? Before they weren't. They had to send out all of their minerals and then they had to buy it back like some chumps. Now, yeah, because see, if you know anything about the Nigerian people, they're very, very, very bright and brilliant. A lot of people they're very brilliant. They're being held down because Esau knows what the hell is going to happen if they run their own show. It'll be over. So this is what's going on, right? So they stopping them from getting out there. Let me stop talking. Just hit play. Just hit play.
You and me and all of us know that the international agenda has always been dictated by Western narratives.
Damn.
So that if you look at the media via which we talk about events, if it is events in between Russia and Ukraine, the people who articulate it for mass consumption will be the CNN, will be the BBC, will be Deutsche Welle, will be Radio France or France, the French media, will be Fox, and all those media will be Al Jazeera, which will also be influenced by the West. And that is what mass consumption is all about. And it is the West, and particularly the United States, that has taken the burden, in their view, of defining who is who. So if you don't do what is in the best interest of the United States of America, you don't do that which is in the best interest of Western Europe as led by the United States of America, then you are a dictator.
Right.
You are a dictator because you are not doing their bidding.
Hit pause, right? So it says that the whole European, all Esau, doing what? Being led by the United States of America.
Right.
Right? That's NATO, right? That's all of that. Everybody, see the stuff we read in the scriptures, y'all, people are living this. They're first row in the audience watching the theater, right? We seeing it through the scriptures, and then we hear it come out from a man like this who has a lot of experience in that world, right? Go ahead. Hey, what's the timestamp? Okay, I need something out of there. Hit play.
Led by the United States of America, then you are a dictator. You are a dictator because you are not doing their bidding. So Russia can say that you told us we are not moving 1 inch more to the east. And when they want to protect that with boots on the ground, you are a dictator.
Right.
And that
Stop.
is not to
So he's talking about the time, he's talking about Russia and Ukraine. He's saying when Russia's saying, no, you can't set up the UN next to us. You can't set up no, you can't do that. We're going to protect it. He's saying now you're a dictator. You're the bad guy. Right? Go ahead. Hit play.
Be compared with what happened in the 1960s when the Russians, at the invitation of the Fidel Castro government, invited the Russians, and the Americans said, you cannot have Russian military hardware 90 kilometers away from the American shoreline.
Right.
So it is the bullies always have their way, and they tell you what is right and what is wrong. That is the position in which we are. You and me have recently seen, those of us who are listening to this, who have seen what is happening in the United States of America, that there were riots or demonstrations throughout the United States of America in which Americans came out and says, no kings. And what were they saying? That their president appears to be governing through fiat, executive fiat. He's fighting everybody on site. He's fighting universities. He's
right.
Fighting...
Hit pause. And we were talking about this before, and brothers was laughing. I said, yo, listen, Trump got a lot of stuff on the fire, man. This man fighting everybody. He got fights everywhere. He got Russia, Ukraine. He got Israel, Palestine. Like he said, all the stuff going on here. You got ICE chasing out the Northern Kingdom and some of the Southern Kingdom. He got, like he said, fighting against the universities because they saying something against Israel, right? You got, what else? SNAP. I mean, what do you call it? SNAP program. It's a bunch of stuff going on. Yeah. Government shutdown. Venezuela. Nigeria. This guy's going crazy. Going crazy. Right? That's what he's saying. He got a lot going on. So the people he's saying was saying, yo, you running it like some type of dictator, like a king. Mm-hmm. Right? Somebody, I can't get into that. Go ahead, play.
The military is fighting everybody on site. But yet, in popular media, even media that is not ordinarily pro-Trump like CNN are reluctant to label him a dictator. Fox, of course, will never allow him to be labeled a dictator, and even Western media will never label him a dictator. But you in Russia try to do that. You in China try to do that. You in Brazil try to do that. You in Nigeria try to do the same thing. You are a dictator who ought to be removed from office sooner rather than later.
Right.
The narrative is defined by the United States of America and the European Union. And you can see how quick these institutions are normally inclined towards issuing statements about things. Sometimes they don't even understand, sometimes they don't know, but they are quick to issue this statement and that statement and to condemn and say how they are going to interfere.
Right. Hit pause, y'all. Hit pause. Right. So he's saying the European Union and they're quick to just back whatever. But we know that there's going to come a time when the European Union is going to turn on the United States. Yes, this is going to happen.
Yep.
Right. Because what? After a while, nobody ain't playing. What? Hey, listen. Drop this video for a second. Go to number 13. I just want y'all to see, because remember when we looked at Venezuela, and it was something I was trying to get out of that video. I think I might have messed up on the timestamp, but it was something in there. He started to talk about BRICS, right? Maybe it's coming up right after that or whatever, but he's about to talk about BRICS. But let me show y'all something real quick. What's happening in Nigeria right now? Why the United States has to so-called go in there. Remember, Venezuela's drugs. Over here, it's the Christians, right? Watch this, y'all. Bring up number 13 and go to 13 minutes.
Industrialize, stay dependent, don't challenge the dollar. Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso already kicked out US troops. Ghana and Benin are watching. China and Russia are waiting. You see, Africans are tired of lectures, especially when these lectures coincide with economic moves towards independence. Both Christianity and Islam came to Africa through violence. Europeans told missionaries to make Africans ignore wealth while it was stolen. In 2025, just as Nigeria starts reclaiming economic control, building what Gaddafi dreamed of, those same religious divisions are being used to justify potential intervention. There is an old proverb: when two elephants fight, the grass suffers. Nigerians are the grass, and the elephants, they are fighting over oil, industrial capacity, and who controls Africa's future. Let's not let imported religious divisions derail economic progress.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Take it back to 2 minutes. Take it back to 2 minutes. That right there, what he's talking about, he started to talk about and you know what? Let's stay there we're going to get back to that, but I'm just going to tell you what he's talking about. What he's saying there is that, and we're going to listen to it in full. He's saying that the Muslim religion, Islam, and Christianity was brought over by the slave traders.
Right.
Why are we, he's saying, why are we fighting for some gods that don't belong to us? He understands white man Jesus was brought and white man Muhammad was brought there. Yeah, white man Muhammad. They're brothers. Yo. Real talk. Yo. That was crazy what he brought out. But let's get back to go to 2 minutes.
Churches anywhere to find civilians. So why is Trump framing this as Christian genocide when the
where y'all at? Y'all got there yet?
Christians, the bomb markets, mosques, churches anywhere to find civilians. So why is Trump framing this as Christian genocide?
Hey, where y'all at?
They took it back to like 154.
2 minutes and 4 seconds. All right, go ahead.
When the data shows something completely different.
Right. Hold on. So now he is going into it saying why is Trump. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to be confusing. Let me frame it up. He's now talking about the same thing the brother's talking about. Trump coming into Nigeria, so-called for the Christians. Now he's getting into it. Go ahead.
What changed? Why now? Because when you look at what's happening economically at this exact moment in Nigeria, the timing starts to look less like coincidence. Now here is something that people don't know. While the world's been focused on religious violence, something massive has been happening in the background. Nigeria just built the largest refinery in Africa, the Dangote refinery, biggest single train refinery in the world. 650,000.
Pause. Did y'all hear that? The single biggest refinery in the world. Why is that important? Because Nigeria was never refining oil before. They just had the crude, and they had to sell the crude, right? They had to sell the crude, and then it would be refined elsewhere. So it's almost like, man, I hate to say it like this, but we're gonna use a drug reference, brothers. Okay? Bring it out. Yeah, don't ask me about what I know. Okay, I watch a lot of TV. When you sell, oh God. When you sell
a powdered substance.
Go ahead,
let's just say you buy something in bulk and you buy it at a wholesale price. And then you're able to break it down and then sell it at retail, right? So if you buy something for $10, you can wind up making $100 on your $10.
Right.
So Nigeria was never able to do that. Now with this refinery, guess what they're able to do? Now they're able to pump out refined oil, which is what? Now they can sell to everybody instead of just selling the crude to those who can refine. Because then those refineries would then sell to the rest of the nations. Now they're able to sell to all the nations. All right? That's what's going on right now. So now all of a sudden he want to come and save Christians.
Yeah. He cutting his profit out.
Right.
Cutting him out the deal.
Exactly.
And Trump say if a nickel bag is sold in the park, he won't in. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. Go ahead, hit play.
The largest refinery in Africa, the Dangote refinery, biggest single train refinery in the world, 650,000 barrels per day. But here is where it gets crazy. Dangote just announced he's doubling the capacity to 1.4 billion barrels per day. That dethrones India and makes it the largest refinery. For decades, Nigeria has been doing exactly what the colonial powers wanted. Export crude oil, import refined products, stay dependent. Now, we are refining their own oil, producing everything they used to import. This is industrialization, economic independence.
There you go.
Now,
drop
religious.
Drop it. Right? So that's what he's saying. This has something to do with finance. It has nothing to do with religion. Has nothing to do with religion. So that's what this guy is going in there doing, coming up with the stories. What you brought up a little while ago, 1 Esdras 5, right? Popular persuasions. Yeah. That's what the brother was talking about, CNN, BBC, trying to persuade the public into believing one thing, when in reality, there's something.
Right.
Yo, hey, man. Hold on. We got to get that brother back. Bring up number 14. All right, bring up number 14. The brother got another one. We're just going to play a little bit of the beginning of it. It's a lot going on, y'all. Go ahead.
October 2025, Moscow. While everyone was scrolling through their usual drama online, BRICS quietly does something that could completely flip who controls money in this world. And no, it's not some kind of cryptocurrency or another digital currency announcement. It's actually way more interesting than that. They launched a precious metals exchange. Basically, countries can now trade gold, platinum, rare earths. You know, the actual physical stuff that runs our world without ever touching a US dollar. Now, here is the part that should have every African pay attention. BRICS controls about 72% of the world's rare reserves and process.
Stop. It said BRICS controls about 72% of the world's rare earth deposits. So when they say that, they mean that China's involved in that, right? all the BRICS nations, Brazil, so on and so forth, right? India, right? Meaning that they all have a stake in what's going on. That's 72%, right? So now that leaves up what, 20-something% for the United States and whatever else, right? In Europe, right? So what happens there is that now if they're doing trades like that and they don't need the US dollar, then what are we talking about? Remember, oil is traded by the USD. If that somehow goes away, then what? What is the United States? The United States becomes a third world country, so to speak. Right. We know that that's not going to happen. They're not going to allow that, right? We understand that, right? But this is what the world is coming to do. That's why we just talked about, we were reading how the world is going to do what? They're going to flip on the United States, right? They're going to come at them, right? Go ahead, hit play. What you read? I think you read that in the back.
Every African pay attention. BRICS controls about 72% of the world's rare reserves and processes roughly 75% of them. The minerals in your phone, in electric cars, in military equipment, they control the supply. And here's where Africa comes in. Many African countries are either already in BRICS or moving to join, which means we are about to be right at the center of who controls these critical resources. But, and this is a big but, if we don't play this smart, we are about to watch the same old movie. Different actors, same ending. In the next few minutes, I'm breaking why this BRICS move is either the best thing that could happen to Africa or just another setup for us to get played again.
Right, we good there, y'all. We good there, right? So he's saying it looks good now, but if things ain't done right, it's going to be the same old story, which is going to be the same old story.
Right.
Right? It's going to be the same old story because the other nations, even though you got China in there, China is not doing imperialism like Esau, but they in there heavy. They in there real heavy, right? Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
I like when I look at this stuff, it's very heavy to our situation because you see like Nigeria, and you got what's this guy named Patrice Lumumba?
No. That he called himself. They call him PLO Lumumba.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you see an intelligent guy like this, right? And the other young man we looking at,
right?
And they're speaking about what's going on with their country. And you see the significance of having a country. You see how destroyed we are because we don't even have that. We are completely dependent on another nation's country. Right. So we're not talking about what we can do to get, economically stable or whatever. All we can possibly do is, like the first Christian said, well, the white man's realized what he's done. We got to go along to get along. You know what I'm saying?
Go along to get along.
Yeah, right. that's what you see in our nation.
Right.
And then he was talking about ideologies. You got two ideologies here in America. You got Democrat, Republic. You know what I'm saying? And even they starting to fight against each other. One ideology has to win, right? Now you have us coming up, and our idea coming straight out of the Bible. Now, anytime we've preached the Bible, in each instance we read, they called us a certain malicious people or whatever who would not allow the king's state to prosper. Whatever vision that they established, it could not go on when God's people was on the earth.
Right.
So once they figure they had us completely destroyed, they start to mess with other nations that they were at once at peace with.
Right.
But then all of a sudden the Lord's raising us up and setting up the stage for everything we've been reading about in the Bible.
Right.
Perfect timing. Give me a Jeremiah 51 and start at 12.
Come on.
Start at 1 first, because we're talking about the daughter of Babylon. Watch this.
What's wrong with this mic?
Jeremiah 51 verse 1.
Yep.
Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon.
The daughter of Babylon, Babylon in the future, right? Read on.
And against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
A destroying wind. Armies. We read about that in Revelations.
Right.
Hold back the winds, right? Jump over to verse 12.
Verse 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon.
The standard is the Bible. The true ideology of God is here, right? Read on.
Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. For the Lord hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon.
He said, prepare for war. Set up the standard, and y'all get ready for war. Read.
O thou that dwellest upon many waters.
That nation that never stays at home in everybody's coast.
Right.
Got militias in everybody's coast.
That's
on
right.
many coasts, many waters. Read.
Abundant in treasures.
Rich nation. Got oil, but using everybody else's oil. You see what I'm saying? Read on.
Thine end is come.
Thy end is come. They days is actually numbered. Read on.
And the measure of thy covetousness. The Lord of hosts has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men.
This is what he was talking about. He said, how you going to bomb these guys when they're walking around? You know, what area you going to bomb?
Exactly.
You already filled with men. Hey, Trump, you try to close the border. It's too late.
Right.
The Lord done did his work already. You just can only prolong it. You actually speeding it up.
Right.
Hit the bomb. What you got?
Surely I will fill thee with men, as with caterpillars.
The caterpillars eat from the inside out. Men going to eat this place from the inside out. Read.
And they shall lift up a shout against thee. He hath made the earth by his power. He hath established the world by his wisdom, and hath stretched out the heaven by his understanding.
Right. God has set this whole stage. So it's not, we can read this open on the street, tell you play by play what's going to happen, and you still going to do it.
Right.
You still going to do. You're going to do everything God said you're going to do.
Right.
You know?
No, 100%. Let's get 2nd Esdras 11. All right. Get 2nd Esdras 11.
Bring it out.
2nd Esdras chapter 11.
I want 37.
And verse 37.
Come on.
And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle and said.
Right. Christ had to come and talk to the eagle. Right? Y'all know who the eagle is. Go ahead.
Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, art not thou it that remainest of the 4 beasts?
Go ahead.
Whom I made to reign in my world?
You got to understand something. The Lord made Esau to reign in this world, to be the damn demons of the earth and running. The Lord set that up. He said, I made you to reign in my world. Go ahead.
That the end of their times might come through them.
The end of their times might come through them. Hit the bomb. Go ahead.
And the 4 came and overcame all the beasts that were past.
Go ahead.
And had power over the world with great fearfulness.
Had power over the whole world with great fearfulness. How? With that gun butt diplomacy that the brother was talking about. Weaponry. That's how they did that, right? With all the killing they did, all the regime changes, put the fear of God in them. You understand? People thought God was with them. When they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they said they dropped wonders, right? Fire came out, wonders. That's how they put that whole satanic veil over the world. Read on.
And over the whole compass of the earth.
Right.
With much wicked oppression.
That's wicked oppression. Think about the whole continent of Africa, y'all. Look at all of the wealth. It's beyond wealth. I don't even know what you call that. Right? Imagine if they were just doing business, selling their stuff like normal, running the refineries. Let's say they've been had them refineries since the 60s. We talking about the real damn, what was Black Panther living at again?
Wakanda.
The Wakanda. It would have been about 30 Wakandas out there.
Right.
Real talk. Buildings probably made of diamonds and all kind of stuff. See, we looking at it like it's a joke, but there's so many elements and minerals over there that it could naturally be a building made out of diamonds. That's how ridiculous it is over there, right? But these demons stopped them with much wicked oppression. The people of Africa just destroyed because of this man. Go ahead.
With much wicked oppression, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
With deceit is what we brought out earlier. This man is a deceitful demon, telling you one thing, doing another. Oh, no. I don't think we're going to have war with them, but he's not going to be in office much longer. Are you going to vote him out? How are they gonna, is he going to be voted out? Well, if you mean by votes shot, yes.
Yeah.
Read.
For the earth hast thou not judged with truth.
They did no judging with truth. They did no judging, period. They just killed and took. Go ahead.
For thou hast afflicted the meek.
Go ahead.
Thou hast hurt the peaceable.
Talking about us. Go ahead.
Thou hast loved liars. And
Thou hast
destroyed.
whoa. Thou hast loved liars.
Right.
Esau love liars. United States love liars. European Union, all of you, NATO love liars. Go ahead.
Thou hast loved liars and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit.
Right.
And hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm.
Right. You just go up in these people's countries and just start destroying them and taking what they had, and they ain't do nothing to you. They don't know what the hell going on. But that's part of the Lord's plan. Go ahead.
Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty.
We've been reading that all night out the scriptures. And it's playing out. Look what's happening. You got Russia, China, all of them. They're what? In the backyard. Right? They said that Latin America was the backyard.
Hit the bomb!
No, these brothers, these nations is in the backyard. They said, nah, we over here now. Yeah. You know what I mean? We over here now. Go ahead.
The highest also hath looked upon the proud times.
That's Esau. Go
and
ahead.
Behold, they are ended.
They are ended. Go ahead.
And his abominations are fulfilled.
Go ahead.
And therefore appear no more, thou eagle.
That's destroyed. What we read in Psalms 137.
Yep.
They shall
to be done for.
Right. They have to be destroyed. This is what the Lord is saying. The eagle, America, destroyed. Go ahead.
Nor thy horrible wings.
Nor thy horrible wings, right? Oh, he's a left wing. He's right wing. The Lord said, I hate both of those wings.
Right.
All right. They don't sell them wings at Wingstop.
Yeah.
Nah. Those are not tasty wings. Those are the wings we hate.
Right.
Read.
Nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads.
Nor thy malicious heads, right? That's all the heads of what? NATO and the UN and all them heads that you read about in Revelation 12. In Psalms 110. All right? Read on.
Nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body.
Nor all thy vain body. Go ahead.
That all the earth may be refreshed.
All the earth may be refreshed when this man is up out of here.
Right.
The man has to go. That's it. There's nothing y'all gonna be able to do. Y'all not gonna be voting for again, to just in case we got some people who's watching for the first time and y'all might be just Christians and y'all, you cannot vote this man out. This man ain't getting voted out. He can't be talked to.
Right.
He can't be reasoned with. Impossible. Read.
That all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence.
Being delivered from thy violence, right, because that man lives by the sword, like we read in Genesis 27 and 39 and 40. Go ahead.
And that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her.
Right, the earth is looking for the mercy of him that made her, meaning what? That the earth going to return back to what? That paradise. Yeah. After Esau being chained for 1,000 years. Right. All right, and that's a whole other story. But go ahead, y'all.
He said, when two elephants fight, the grass suffers.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
That was deep.
Yeah. That's definitely something from Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When two elephants fight, the grass getting tore up.
Yeah. And Western, if two men fight in your living room,
right,
your living room getting destroyed,
right,
basically.
Exactly.
And we that living room, right? So, what is it? Isaiah 14. I like Isaiah 14.
And listen, y'all. I'm glad you get Isaiah 4. And I wanted to let's show one more. Go to go to number. All right, go ahead. Bring that out. Let me look at something real quick.
Yeah, let me get Isaiah 14 and verse 4.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
Man, that golden city that was oppressing everybody is over. How did it end, Reed?
The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked.
God did it. He set up the whole stage and broke the mightiest nation. Read on.
And the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath.
That nation that was smiting everybody in wrath. Read.
With a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth.
Nobody's gonna stop it, man. No, when he reach his hand out for help, everybody's just gonna let it happen.
Yeah, they're gonna run for the hills.
Oh yeah. Read on.
The whole earth is at rest.
Oh yeah, the whole that's sweet music to my ears. The whole earth is at rest, right?
And is quiet. They break forth into singing.
Everything, the trees, the water, and everything, the birds gonna be chirping different.
100%.
You know when this man
they said they're waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Yeah, it's about to say it right now.
We here. Read on.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
Damn.
Man, all the wood being cut down and all the smog in the air, all that's done when he's gone.
Right.
Read 9.
Verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Right, it's got a vacancy for you.
Right. right. That's like jumping off a 100-story building and said the concrete is coming up to meet you.
Yeah, meet you halfway.
Yeah. You jumped off and the ground coming up to meet you.
Yo.
Yeah. Trying to make it faster for you. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee.
Right.
Even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Right. So this nation had to be destroyed, and in its place, guess who's setting up next?
Right.
You're looking at it.
That's right.
Looking at it.
It's that exceedingly great army.
Yes, sir.
And I wanted to show something. I messed up. I couldn't find it again. But they had the totals of all that was killed, right, by the Boko Haram and all that. So they said 2,000 Christians was killed and 2,000 Muslims was killed and 1,500 Christians was killed. During all that time when he's talking about all the Christians getting killed, the Boko Haram is running through everybody.
Right.
I'm not saying that they don't want to kill some Christians, but they killed more Muslims than they killed Christians. And they Muslim. Because the Boko Haram has beef with the Muslims as well.
Right.
Because the real Islam or the true Islam, they don't deal with Boko Haram. So the point is that it's all BS. That's the point. Right? Misdirection, like we said before, deceit. This is what the Lord is seeing, and he ain't pleased with it. Right? But all of this got to play out, y'all. All of this must play out.
Right.
All right. Damn, I think that's all we got. Because y'all know how it is. We could go on with scriptures with this for a minute, right? But this is what it is, family. This is what it is. So y'all keep an eye on what's happening in the news.
Right.
Keep an eye on what's going on in the news, because this thing is heavy duty.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought this forth, because this will get your mind off of the Cardi B. This will get your mind off of the, the World Star. Is that still a thing?
World Star?
I don't
know.
It's still a thing.
That's still a thing?
For real?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever BS media that got us caught up, it'll get our mind off of it and look at, help us watch and pray. That watch part. You know what I'm saying? This is what's actually going on in the world while we, going about our lives. It's a lot going on. So check it out, man.
Right. And, okay. Oh, man, let me see. Okay, we have something here that's talking about that China, and we should put it up real quick. All right, no, I'm gonna just read it off. So China is also back in Venezuela. Turkey is involved in that. Iran. Like this is, hey, listen, y'all, it's on and popping. Yeah. It's on and popping. The DJ's rocking. All right.
Bruh.
Yo.
It's going down, man.
Yeah, all praises to the Most High. Hey, so let's bring up that thumbnail for next week's show again. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I gotta hit this. Oh yeah. Hey, y'all. My apologies. Yeah. Hey, donate to the Booster Club, the Isaiah 11:11 project. Y'all seen this past Sabbath class? Bishop was bringing out how they were out in the Fiji Islands. What I'm missing? Where else they go? Oh yeah, Bougainville. What's in Bougainville, right?
Bougainville.
Yeah, Bougainville. Yeah.
Yo, that I had never heard of Bougainville until last week. Captain Ananias came back and was like, yo, we was in Bougainville. Matter of fact, I think that week for some reason, something popped up on my YouTube about Bougainville. And that was and then the next day I'm speaking to Cap and he like Bougainville. I said, yo, bro, I just seen that yesterday. First time I heard of that. Bougainville. All right. So brothers was in Bougainville. Brothers went to Fiji. It was doing great works. Yeah. All right, family. We're not gonna be able to do those things and grab the 12 tribes and gather them back together. The scriptures say without y'all help. Right. All right. So please donate. All right. donate everything you can. We got airfare, hotel fare, food fare. Right? All right? You know what I'm saying? So please help us out. Let us carry out the mission. All right? All praise to the Lord. All right? Save a couple of we up to the dollars.
We got to go up.
Yeah. We got to save a couple dollars for us, y'all. All right? And donate to the Nehemiah squad. All right? Support the show. That's the QR code. Hit that QR code. Send us $1 or $2. You know what I mean? Or just hit iuic.norcal@israelunite.org. PayPal. All praises. All right, so we back to the thumbnail for next week. So remember, Trump was talking about drugs and this and that. But listen, we're going to deal with the whole drug thing next week, Lord willing. And this brother right here, Jamie Torres, he going to be on here talking about his life and in the drug game. All right, he was deep in it. And then he became a pastor after that. So we're going to talk with him on his life. And then we're also going to go over the history of drugs dealing in the United States of America and abroad, right? And how the United States uses that to do what? More control, more gun butt diplomacy, more policy, more hegemony, right? Yeah. We're going to get into all of that. So all praise to the Lord. Lord willing, next week we're going to get into this. You know what I mean?
You forgot one. More helping them get up out of there.
Right. Yeah, because the more this goes on, the quicker it's going to be that the Lord is going to return. That's what we got to look at, y'all. So, hey, it's going to get rough, but the Lord coming back. This is what it is. This is part of the prophecy. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right.
This is war.
So listen, all y'all, like, share, subscribe. The Nehemiah Squad. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, X, known as Twitter. All right, at IUIC Sacramento. All right, find that thing, like, share, subscribe, and also comment. And comment on other comments. All right, let's push this thing. All right, every Monday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. So yeah, that's all we got. You know what I mean? Hey, Officer Shem, take us out, bro.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 21. Then I testified against them and said unto them, why lodge ye about the wall? If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you.
Hey, man, if you do it again, we got to lay hands on you. If you don't donate to the Booster Club, we got to lay hands on you. Hey, and Esau, keep up with that deceit. Keep up with that foolery. Your time is coming. The Lord about to lay hands on you. Yeah. Hey, this is tonight's show. It was fire. You are tuned in to the squad. We are your hosts. I'm Officer Shem. It's Captain Zakai. It's Officer Judah.
Yeah.